Finland's open confession puts Nigeria in a high risk of international sanctions. What I go to yesterday? No, I didn't tell you like this yesterday. But I can tell you for free of charge that Finland, Nigerian government, France government are having meetings with you in Paris over this matter, because the breeze don't blow and foul nyas don't open for open place. You want to try the people of Biafra. Anyway, let me not talk too much. Let me allow you to see this video from my brother from another mother, Mazi Chinedu of Biafrans in Finland. Now here you go, they get better information about what they happen. I trust the guy analysis and I trust his research. So let's go there. Please, as you're watching, kindly subscribe, like, share, and keep commenting for more interesting videos. It shall be well with all of us.
Listen to this. Listen to this. I made a very shocking discovery. So come in and listen. Do you know that in Finland, their criminal investigative department is very, very poor and almost disastrous? In fact, it's the worst in the whole Europe. Do you know that? I'm telling you, because Finland does not have a credible investigative department. And that is why whenever they have criminal cases, they never do justice to them the right way. And there has been lots of protests even in Finland concerning this leakage in their judicial system. Listen to this. A recent report shows that Finland are very weak in conducting investigations. And this is a fact. Their investigative department is very poor. I went very deep and dug this out. So listen. This is a report that was carried out on criminal investigations in Finland. Now, Finland's CPI and WJP scores are very bad. Poor. International reviewers like OECD and other monitors have repeatedly pointed gaps to investigating and prosecuting complex criminal and terrorism charges and high-level corruptions. Recommendations to build specialized expertise and prosecutions for cross-border crime investigations matters. That is a recurring problem and should be reviewed. This is a report I just got out and shows that actually there has been problems and there has been issues bordering on criminal investigative and deep investigations by the Finland government itself in the whole of Europe. And Finland ranks very poor in Europe when it comes to investigative criminal cases. Not to talk about cross-border cases of terrorism as alleged. How do they finally exercise justice in this, according to them? Knowing very well that, remember, they have arrested Simon Ekpa before, and their judicial system have cleared him. The judicial system have cleared him of any problem. Now, they came back again to still do this they did recently. It shows you now. Can't you see that they don't know what they are doing? Can't you see that I'm right? That is why I was afraid. And I went to dig deep, listening very carefully. It's like Finland just reacted under pressure. Not because they had any evidence. They were with Simon Ekpa all the while. Their department could not do anything. They didn't even know what they are doing. They don't know what they're doing. And in fact, it shows as if what they did in his case was asking Nigeria to give them evidence. So Nigeria had to send evidence for them to use. That is very bad. It shows that they don't know what they are doing. The department does not know what they are doing. Okay, they told Nigerian government, we've arrested this man. We have checked social media. We did not see anything. If you have anything, send for us. You know, after that secret meeting that they have done, they now started to exchange documents. Who does that? It's very illegal. It's very illegal for you to depend on any evidence from a party that is not within jurisdiction. If you are prosecuting, who is prosecuting the offense? It's not Finland government. That is Finland government. They are the ones that arrested him. They are the ones that arrested him on their own accord. They never came out to say they arrested Ekpa on behalf of Nigerian government. They didn't say that. So arresting Ekpa was your own decision. Because this case, the prosecution is Finland government. There is nowhere in prosecution it says Finland government and Nigerian government. That means you are the one of Finland. You're supposed to bring evidence by yourself. That's it. If this thing that is happening, whatever Ekpa did affected your government and you want to prosecute him, you cannot now depend on evidence brought from somebody who is not part of the prosecution, who wasn't even mentioned in the charge sheet, who is not part of the prosecution. That means it's a hearsay. How did you come about believing the evidence they provided for you, if ever they are the ones that gave you evidence? How did you investigate the evidence? How did you cross-examine the evidence when you cannot even verify the evidence that was given to you? How? This evidence was already there, but you did not see it. All of a sudden, you saw it. The criminal investigative department in Finland is poor, and this is because of one reason I will tell you. The crime rate in Finland is very low. It is almost 1% or 0%. It's almost impossible. Crime is very poor. It's very low in Finland. That makes their criminal investigative department, terrorism department, very, very weak. So they cannot investigate crime because they don't even have crime in their country. Yes. So Simon Ekpa's case was very difficult for them to handle because they don't know what to do with criminals. They don't even have, criminals in their country. And that is why I say criminal investigation in Finland is poor. Their judicial system to try a criminal or a terrorist or a suspect is poor. That is the reason why, because of the low crime rate. In Europe, Finland has one of the lowest crime rates. That means some countries in Europe don't even need prisons anymore. They don't even need prisons anymore. Some countries don't even use guns anymore because there is no crime. That makes their judicial system poor when it comes to crime. Nigeria itself may even be better prosecuting criminals than even Finland if they want to actually do it, because there's a lot of crime in Nigeria. That makes, the tentacles always sharp. So Finland now cannot now claim to have done justice in Simon Ekpa's case because they don't even have the equipment to do it. They don't even have the wherewithal. They don't have the expertise to do it. They don't. That is why you saw that he was arrested before and they didn't have anything to do with him. They didn't have any evidence to nail him because they don't even know how to do it. It was after the meeting they had with Nigeria. That was when they finally found a way, because actually that meeting, Nigeria had to pressure Finland with a lot of resources, with a lot of, strong army, promise of this or that. And when those things change hand, Finland just told Nigeria, oh yeah, now give us the picture now, give us the video now, whatever you have, give us. And they gave Finland. Then Finland used it to prosecute, without they themselves even understanding what they were prosecuting, without even including Nigeria in the prosecution. You are now prosecuting somebody for an extraterritorial crime, which you didn't do investigation for. Because if it's a territorial crime, you have to travel to the country itself to verify on ground. Verify on ground if that thing that you see is real. Let the people verify for you. You have Finland, embassy in Nigeria. Send them to the southeast. Send them to Nigeria. Send them around Nigeria to make their statistics, to do their investigation, their proper investigation for you. When they finish, a report will be made from Nigeria on ground. And that report will be sent to Finland to guide you, the Finland government, on how to prosecute the case. But you don't want to do it because you know very well that you don't want to do it, because you know very well that if you do it, you may see that this thing may not be the way Nigerian government painted it to be. At the end of the day, you will set him free. But that's not the game plan. The game plan, of course, was from beginning to just arrest and prosecute him with whatever we give you. Do it. That's why I say it is time for appeal. Let them find out. Let them come and tell you how they got to, how they verified, how they got the evidence, and how they verified the evidence to claim that it is right, whatever they said against him is true. They must come and tell the world how they did the evidence. They must also tell the appeal court how it is that they did not see any evidence against him until after the meeting with Nigerian government. So simple and short. Finland did not conduct any investigation They did not, or they conducted a very poor one because they don't have the capacity to do it. Yes, it was Nigeria that gave them the evidence they used to prosecute Ekpa. And the evidence, they didn't even verify it. That is a conspiracy. Not a prosecution. That's a conspiracy. Accepting evidence you cannot verify, you did not verify, and you gave it to fake judges, lay judges, to say it like that because you know very well that if it were real judges, they will make sure they cross-examine the evidence to make sure it was verified from the roots. That is why you need to go to the appeal court now. Let them check the evidence, let them test it. They need to go to the roots. Court cases, they go to the place these things happened to verify from the people there. That is why I say, calm down. Calm down. This is exactly what I found out. That the criminal justice system in Finland is zero. They are almost not even available because there is no crime in Finland. So how do they conduct criminal investigation and terrorism investigation? Is there any terrorist attack in Finland? Do they have anyone? Have they had criminals in their country? Do they have Usbg bin Laden? How do they know? How do they have the systems? Because only when you have a sickness in your country that you will have doctors that can treat that sickness. Most countries that have criminals have ways of, have high crime rates. Most countries that have high crime rates are the ones that normally know how to fight the crime. Countries that have drug problems are the ones that will tell you how to fight drugs. You cannot come and say you are a country with low crime rates, you don't even have criminals in your country. You come and boast of prosecuting a terrorist or a criminal, and people will believe your judgment when you used lay judges and you also depended on evidence from another country far away from you, which you never went on ground to verify, and you carried it. Knowing very well that you have already arrested this man before and you did not see anything. A whole Oyibo said they did not see anything. And tomorrow they say they saw something. Oyibo that we know, that always do their diligence. Look, if FBI come and arrest you, if FBI of America arrest you for a crime, they have already seen everything they want to see before they come and pick you up. They don't come and pick you up and let you go. Say they did not see anything. That's not FBI works. So let me tell you the truth. Simple. You accepted evidence from somebody who is not a partner in prosecution with you, and you use the evidence anyhow it was without investigating it, without verifying it, and you coerced the man himself not to defend himself appropriately. And you are forcing him using propaganda on social media now to let him accept the judgment and go to prison. No, it's not going to happen. You will tell the higher court how you got that evidence, and you will let us know how your department, who we know is low in prosecuting offenses, came overnight and decided to prosecute this one with evidence that it did not get. You understand? The conspiracy will be exposed. The conspiracy must be exposed. Finland government does not have the capacity to prosecute, to judge, and serve justice to high criminal and terrorism offenses. They don't have capacity. They don't have capacity. That has been proven already. And that is what we are here to say. Don't depend on the judgments from this lower court.
An Igbo man, my brother, I am proud to be an Igbo man. I am proud to be a Biafran. Because why? I am win the Nigeria research. If I na tofumu. But on this case, I took for something. We lost a case against France, against Nigeria, and against Finland. Not literally we lost it, but the injustice being played on us is what is overwhelming, and it is smelling. Are you hearing me now? I love my people. I make the research. Even the people who originated the researching machine get tired of us. This our brother Chinedu this guy is really doing a very, very wonderful work. He have went inside, dig deep, to find out what really happened. And I agree with him that the crime rate in Finland is very low. In fact, it is like 0%. That was why their investigative department is very poor. I have said this before. Let me repeat it again. Let me call your mind back. On the first day, Simon Ekpa appeared before the court. After the court sitting, the prosecuting counsel or the prosecuting judge, whatever you may choose to call him, he had a live interview where he made it categorically clear. He said They don't have any evidence against Simon Ekpa on the issue of terrorism. There's no any concrete evidence being submitted to them. So somebody who is being submitted to them, that means you are waiting for an evidence to be submitted to you from an outsider who is outskirts of your jurisdictions. Why the thing you are charging the person is being happen outside? He didn't send you have a consulate in Abuja or wherever. He didn't send them to Alibu. Let them go and make verification. In fact, let them disguise themselves as a tourist and went there to ask indigenous the questions. Maybe they can go to marketplaces and ask what is happening, and they gather the evidence and then come back to prosecute Ekpa. They didn't do that. So it means that what we said yesterday about them using a fake judge to deliver injustice on the case of Simon Ekpa is real. But how will Alex stop for these floods? Because what is coming to Finland, they will regret their life. Because on our OC now, we are blaming Alex Stop. But the backlash and the backfire is on Finland. We keep on calling Finland. But the person who is behind all this mess is Alex Stop, who is most highly corrupted than every other president in that Europe. Even the indigenous of Finland have get tired of this guy. They have gotten tired of him. They have complaining. Go online, Facebook, X, Twitter, TikTok. They are all complaining that this guy is more corrupted than any other person. Even if it seems like the guy himself is Tunumbu is Elena for where Alex Stop day. You are fighting in tooth and nail to make sure that Ukraine get the full independence they needed, not for Russia to be interfering. Yet, you have the mind to imprison an agitator, an activist, somebody who said, enough is enough. The killings is too much of my own people. They have marginalized us enough. We want to go. The amalgamation have expired. Please, let us go. You refused. You carry him and use fake judges, fake investigative staff, officers, and then put him behind bars. And not even you went to do an investigation on your own. You are prosecuting him based on what Nigerian government. Let me just put Nigerian government aside. What Christopher Musa and Olubibi Tumbiojo and the so-called Akona Bianca Ono submitted to you. That is what you use to prosecute Simon Ekpa. Now the story headline about Mazen Nnamdi Kanu automatically changed. That now Nnamdi Kanu used Radio Biafra, and Simon Ekpa also used that Radio Biafra to talk to the Biafra. In other words, Simon Ekpa's case is at the same as good as Nnamdi Kanu's case. So they will use the same yardstick now to judge Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Even when you have already held Mazen Nnamdi Kanu for 4 years, you couldn't find any single evidence to prosecute him. You call his own people, turn his own people against him, use his own people as a witness, and they demanded that their affairs be blindfolded because you want to protect their identity. We have known the people who testify against Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. So, what next? I repeat, what next? I ask the Zoological Republic of Nigerian government. What next? Or you people think that the identity will remain forever intact? No, we have found them. Ikengu Urago, what do they call him? Ijele. And the other, in fact, if you look all of them look like mad people because they are running mad already. Ijele is 42 or 43 years old. But look at him. He looks like a man of 8. Even Tinubu look fresh more than Ijele. Look at Tinubu very well. Look at Ijele. Ijele is Ijele has gone. What remains now is just his outer body. His spirit have left him long time ago. And still feels. Listen and listen good. Nobody dares to trample upon the rights of every Biafran and go scot-free. No. It never happened and it can never start today. No matter how docile we are, what is protecting us is more stronger than what is protecting us, if you don't know. the reason why Nigerian government are finding it difficult to invade our land. If not, they would have invaded our land since and cripple everywhere. Just like what is happening in Gaza and Israel. If Nigerian government are not afraid of Biafran, they would have invaded our land and tried to cripple everything. But they are afraid that the people who started with 20 pounds, even when the war started, we started with only 20 rifles. And then Ojukwu and his men went into Rome and then begin to manufacture, begin to produce. When they see that they are losing the war, that is when their what they call it, their Western counterparts tell them, if you want to win these people, subjugate them to hunger. Then the idiots, you bastard Awolowo, block food supply to the southeast, and that is how they were able to even have a scratch on our body. If not, they don't smell rat already now. People who went to the war come out and said, we underrated these people. We don't know what they are capable of doing. That is what one Yoruba man being interviewed. May his soul, whether he rests in peace, may his soul never rest in peace, because they them kill our people. He said they underrated the Igbo. That was why they invaded us. That they thought that these people can be wiped out within just 24 hours. That was what man said on an interview with Obilo. But they made something that is bigger than them. That is when they begin to invite pilots from Russia, from other Western allies, to come and help them to fly their fighter jets, which they use to bomb innocent civilians. Today, Nigeria is supposed to be charged for war crime. If you are fighting war, you are looking for the military of those countries to fight, not innocent citizens who don't know anything. But Nigeria did it. And they killed over 3 to 4 to 5 million Biafrans, both innocent women, innocent children, and innocent men. And today, they are still doing the same thing. But no problem, eh? I go mile. For this one, when we roll the rail finish, we will count mile. And Nigerian government, and I think we see there in 1967 to 1970, and I better think twice, because anyway, my people, let us just dissect the comment section, because time is money, and today happens to be the 9th day in the month of September and in the year of 2025. Oh, if you get this message, do me a favor, please let it go viral. The Finland government has now put Nigeria up for sale. In fact, Nigeria is up for sale, because the kind of sanction Nigeria is going to face, they will regret ever having anything to do with the Biafrans. Chides Patrick said, so Finland government is like Nigerian government. Of course, my brother. Because anything Nigerian government, any society Nigerian government cannot corrupt is not in existence. Jimmy of course said, Finland go collect from Usbg, I swear. Of course. John Godson said, for me, I don't think Finland know what they are doing to themselves, because I believe other countries that matters around the world is watching at everything that is going on around them. For sake of their other dealings tomorrows, they should stand right in all their doings. Vicente Obi, you are saying nothing but the simple fact. Chimeze Joseph, thank you, brother, for your analysis. You are truly a genuine Biafran fighting for our independence. John Anyanwu said, your analysis make my day. God bless you, my brother. Great teacher Sigo Odeka, God bless you, my brother. And according to OB8, fear Nigerian government, a country where terrorists kill community. If you come out to protest, the military will kill you and tag you a terrorist. That's where we are. They have saw Finland is a virgin country. They don't know anything. They are still learning concerning international investigations, and then they use them. After using them finish, now Finland have put Nigeria up for sale. If you are capable of buying zoo, excluding Biafra land, please go to Amazon. Nigeria is up for sale in Amazon. Obi said they still a virgin country, my dear. They don't know the rules of international law or investigation. That's why Nigerian government tells them what to do, and they foolishly and mutually follow them. But now, they have bounced back. I mean, the hunter has become the hunted. Well, let me just end it here, and I will hear my voice again when I come back. I still remain your one and only Ukurora in Kizuzu na Asia, bringing to you this very important information. Biko ka Chineke gozie onye ọbụla, gozie nwoke, gozie nwaanyị, gozikwe Okeke, gozie Okafọ, Okorie na Okonkwo. Ọ ga-adịrị nwoke mma, dịrị nwaanyị mma. Ebe ọbụla anyị tinye aka n'ụbọchị nke taata ga-agara anyị were were. Biko inweta ozi a, help ọmụ gbasaa ya, were aka nri na aka ekpe gị wee tụsara m ozi a ka o rute onye ukwu ntị na onye nta ntị. Biko asị gịnị afọ egwu na-egbu oke. Ekwukwana anụ nwanne ọwụ nwata ka ọ ga-egbu. Anyị ekwuo na o ngwanụ nzu ọnụ ọgwụjọ ụmụaka ngwanụrụnụ ọ nzụkwana enu. When I go see the one way past Biati. So my wonderful people, see you next time. I still remain Okulu Ora. One na Asia. Kudochiano.